So it is Cervical Cancer Prevention Week. 1 in 4 people skip. We're in a 20-year low with this.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And I was just thinking, what really surprised me about this is, rather than the number, the reasons why women are not going for their smear test.
A third of women who missed their test blamed embarrassment.
Embarrassment about what their body looks like, embarrassment about what they look like down below or what it smells like down below. And I think that's just ludicrous, because for me as a doctor, doing a smear test, what's going through my mind is, have I got all my equipment, all the bits and bats? Have I seen the cervix well enough? Have I done my little brush probe? I'm not thinking about whether you have hair down there, whether you don't have hair down there, whether you've put your knickers on the floor or on the chair. I don't care. I'm just glad that you came and had your test done.
You're just doing the procedure. Another thing that puts people off is some people feel very uncomfortable about it. They're embarrassed. It feels very invasive. They're worried about the pain. Just sort of alleviate those concerns.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's not a pleasant thing for most women to have done, but it's a little bit embarrassing, which I forget about until I go for mine and think, all right, I do understand why people feel a little bit embarrassed and maybe a bit uncomfortable, but almost always it's not painful. And if you've had a wax, if you've had a wax down there, believe me, a smear test is absolutely nothing.
If you're putting it off, what does it entail?
What does the test entail? It takes about 5 minutes. You'll come in, the doctor or nurse will ask you to undress from the bottom half down. You'll lie on the couch. She'll ask you to put your feet together, put your legs apart. She'll put a speculum inside, which is a little plastic device that just opens up the walls of the vagina. And then it's a little brush. There's no scraping. A little brush, almost like a toothbrush, but it's pointy.
That's
and
it.
that will go in through the hole in the speculum, and then the cervix, which is the neck of the womb, will just sweep it around a few times just to get a few cells.
And that bit is seconds. I mean, it's 5 minutes to prep everything, to get everything sorted, but I mean, that is whoop, and you're done.
5 seconds and it's done. And then those little cells are sent off to the lab. You receive a letter in the post letting you know your results.
And if you put it off, what could be the consequences?
If you put off having a smear test, the consequences could be your life. And, you know, that's not just your own life affecting those around you. You hear about young women, it's the commonest cancer in women under 35, women, you know, around my age, and often those women have young children. They have other people to depend on them. And for something that takes 2 minutes, is painless and just takes a little bit of your time, you know, it's a real responsibility that women have to get this test done.